Jeffrey had an axe that never missed. Every morning before the sun touched the hills outside Brisbane, he was already deep in the bush, swinging, splitting, working. The sound of his axe echoed through the trees like a heartbeat, steady, powerful, certain. The whole village knew Jeffrey as the best lumberjack around. Strong hands, strong back, a man who could bring down a tree in minutes. But what the village did not know was this. Every night, that same strong man sat at a table with cards in his hands and fear in his chest, gambling away everything his axe had earned. If you love real stories about real people fighting real battles inside themselves, consider subscribing. There are more stories here that might just change the way you think. Jeffrey was not a bad man. He was a tired man. He worked hard all day, but the moment that work was done, something in his brain shifted. It whispered, it pulled, it said, "Go to the table. Just one game, just tonight." And he always listened. He told himself he could stop whenever he wanted. He told himself he was in control. But control was the one thing gambling slowly steals from you without you noticing. His savings were gone. His wife had stopped asking where the money went. His young son Marcus had started wearing shoes with holes in the soles. And Jeffrey kept swinging his axe in the morning like nothing was wrong. That was the most painful part. He knew. He just could not stop. One afternoon, an old man named Ray sat beside Jeffrey at the edge of the forest. Ray had worked those same trees 30 years before. Now he just watched. Ray looked at Jeffrey's axe and said something Jeffrey never forgot. He said, "A sharp axe cuts clean. A dull axe just makes noise." Jeffrey laughed at first. He thought the old man was talking about the blade. But Ray looked at him slowly and said, "I am not talking about the axe, son. I am talking about your mind. Every time you sit at that table, you are letting your brain go dull. And a dull brain cannot cut anything clean. It just swings and destroys everything around it." Jeffrey went home that night and sat in the dark for a long time. The next morning, Jeffrey woke up early, earlier than usual. He did not go straight to work. He sat at his kitchen table with a piece of paper and wrote one sentence. He wrote, "I am going to sharpen my axe." He meant more than the blade. That day he made one small decision. He told his wife to hold his earnings every Friday before he could touch them. Just that. Nothing dramatic, no big speech, just one rule, one boundary, one cut of discipline. It felt almost too small to matter. But that is the thing about real discipline. It never announces itself loudly. It just shows up quietly and starts working. Here's what most people get wrong about discipline. They think it is about being tough, about white-knuckling your way through temptation, about pure willpower. But Jeffrey was already tough. He swung an axe for 10 hours a day. Willpower was not his problem. His problem was that his brain had been trained by repetition, trained by habit, trained to reach for relief the moment the work stopped. Discipline is not about fighting your brain. It is about retraining it, slowly, quietly, one small decision at a time. Jeffrey started building new patterns. After work, he walked home a different route, away from the gambling hall. He started fixing things around the house, small things, a broken step, a cracked window, giving his hands something to do. He began waking up 15 minutes earlier just to sit quietly. No phone, no noise, just stillness, training his brain to be calm instead of chasing the next rush. Some nights it was hard.
Some nights he stood outside the gambling hall just breathing, and then turned around and walked home. Each time he walked away, something inside him grew stronger.
6 months later, Marcus came home from school wearing new shoes. Jeffrey had saved enough, not a fortune, but enough to matter. He sat with his son that evening and helped him with his homework, and for the first time in years, he felt something clean in his chest, not the cheap rush of a card game, something deeper, something that stayed. His axe was still sharp, but now so was his mind. The chains that hold most people back are not made of metal. They're made of habits, of patterns, of the small choices made daily when no one is watching. Jeffrey did not become a different man. He became the man he already was underneath all that noise. If this story moved something in you, subscribe to this channel, not just for the videos, but for the journey of becoming someone sharper, someone steadier, someone your future self will thank. If this story spoke to you, like it, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe. Because somewhere right now, someone is sitting at a table they need to walk away from. That person might be you, and the best time to stand up and walk away is not tomorrow, it is right now.